Hey guys, thanks for checking out this video. Before we dive into this interesting character, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video if you find it interesting. So, the Count of Saint Germain was an adventurer who was apparently interested in science, alchemy, and the arts, and found his fame sometime mid to late 18th century. Throughout his life, he would make claims that he was over 500 years old. Voltaire, who was a French Enlightenment writer and historian, would even write calling him the Wonder Man and saying that he was a man that never dies and knows everything. Germain's real name is actually unknown, and his birthplace and background are completely obscure. Some would go on to say that they saw him turn metals like lead into pure silver and gold. According to records, he spoke French, German, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, Chinese, Latin, Arabic, Greek, and Sanskrit, all fluently. In 1710, accountants met the Count in Venice. Then, 50 years later, met with him again and was astonished to find that the Count hadn't aged a second since their last meeting. So from 1760 to the 1800s, there are many more sightings of the Count, and on all accounts, he never aged a day. A few of the accounts of him claimed that the Count had never had a bank account because of his ability in alchemy that he could turn simple metals into pure precious metals, so he had no need for one. On multiple occasions, he made the claim that he could take several small diamonds, melt them down, and craft them into one large diamond, and throughout this time, it was also linked to many secret societies, including the Illuminati and the Freemasons. After becoming a trusted diplomat for King Louis XV in 1740, meeting Casanova in 1760, and then returning to France in 1774 to warn King Louis XVI of a coming revolution that would actually happen 15 years later, it is said that Count Germain died February 27th, 1784. But that's not quite the end of the story. Official records kept by the Freemason Society claim that in 1785, Saint Germain was picked as their representative at a convention that same year. In 1821, after the revolution that the Count had warned about, a French countess claimed to have a long conversation with Saint Germain. That same year she wrote, "I have seen Saint Germain again. Each time, to my amazement, I saw him when the Queen was murdered on the 18th of Brumaire, on the day following the death of the Duke of England in 1815, and on the eve of the murder of the Duke Berry. The last time she saw him was in 1820. She claimed that each time she had seen him, he appeared to be a man no later than his mid-40s. Then, somewhere between 1890 and the 1900s, Saint Germain seems to pop back up, when individuals who were part of a society, which included Helena Blavatsky, began to claim he was still alive and working on the spiritual enlightenment of the West. Allegedly, there is even a photo of Blavatsky and Germain together. Then in 1897, the famous French singer Emma Calva autographed a portrait of herself to Saint Germain. Finally, sometime in the 1960s, a man came forward claiming to be the Count, though he passed away in 1987. So what do you think? Perhaps a hoax passed down from generation to generation? Or could it be that Count Saint Germain found the elixir of life, lived hundreds of years, and perhaps still lives today? I love you. Bye.